Okay, problem 18. It's a linear inequality, and so we solve inequalities like we solve regular equations. But two things we got to be cognizant of. First is that if we multiply or divide by a negative number, the sign is going to flip. Okay, so if you multiply or divide by a negative, you got to change the direction of the sign of the inequality. The second thing is when we write out an answer, our answer is going to be in interval notation. So I suggest that you draw a number line, graph it out, and then use that number line to write your interval notation. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this 2 in here. So just like, again, just as if this was an equal sign, we'll just pretend it is. We'll do everything the same. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to subtract x from both sides. And then I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides to get x by itself. Now remember that this is the same as x is less than or equal to negative 3. Okay, they're both equivalent. I like this. It's a little bit easier for students to see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to graph out the number line. Here's negative 3. We want numbers that are to the left of negative 3 or numbers that are smaller, because this is opening up towards the negative 3. Either way you look at it, it's opening up towards the negative 3. So our numbers have to be smaller than that or to the left-hand side. So our numbers are going to be over here. And then we should say, are we including 3 or not? Well, in this case, we are including 3. So it is going to get a closed circle like that. And now we're ready to do our interval notation. So our interval, the numbers that we can use go from negative infinity to negative 3. So we're going to go from negative infinity to negative 3. Now we have to put parentheses or brackets there. So we put a parenthesis if we're not going to include the number, and we put a bracket if we are going to include it. Infinities are not numbers, they're just telling us that we're going forever in one direction, so infinities never get brackets. They always get parentheses. Negative 3, well, we can include negative 3. Negative 3 is less than or equal to negative 3. So since we can include that, we're going to go ahead and put a square bracket around it. And so this is our interval notation for all the numbers that work. So we just solve it like we would a regular linear equation, graph it out, and the graph helps us get to this is really the answer that you want to be putting down. Okay, the interval notation for the solution set.